It's your boy Brando. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have another video today, y'all. This video hits home for me and hits home for the people who subscribe to me because of the Juice Wrld content. Chris Long cries while detailing being on the plane with Juice Wrld the day he died. This is going to be hard for me to watch, but y'all have requested more Juice Wrld content. Y'all want more Juice Wrld content, so I'm gonna give y'all more Juice Wrld content. If you guys want to see more videos like this, want to see more live reactions, more gameplay, follow me at ayo_brando at twitchtv.com. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all like. Shout out to DJ Vlad, bro. Even though sometimes Vlad, you be on some BS, but shout out to Vlad TV. Shout out to Vlad TV for this video. And let's go ahead and get right into the video.
I think Baby was telling Vlad that Juice said he'd go to rehab, but he wasn't gonna stop.
Yeah, I mean, in the airport in Japan, so me and Juice, like, he's like, come to the bathroom with me, like, so he wasn't walking alone. So we went to the bathroom together in Japan.
Do you know how hard it is for him to probably relive this? Like, I guarantee you, he probably looks back at this like, damn, bro. If I would have just told him not to take the pills, we would have made it.
And then I was like, I knew he was pissed about what happened earlier that morning in the hotel room, because I heard him like say something to a security guard, like, everyone's mad at me, da 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 da, and he was upset. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, I'm like, no one's mad at you. Like,
what happened in the hotel room?
We love you. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to see anything happen. You know, like, and I'm like, I know it's hard, and you think, you know, you get mad or whatever, and it was an emotional moment. You know, I told him too, I'm like, bro, like, there was one point I'm like, I will do as many pills as you do every day for a fucking month. If you go to rehab, I'll go to rehab with you. Like, I'll if that's what it takes. You know what I mean?
It's not. I understand where he's going with that, bro, but it's not. You should approach that.
I mean, like, and then like, we were walking in the bathroom and we had that little talk, and I'm like, we love you. We just, you know what I mean? And he's like, I don't want to stop. I go, you don't want to stop. You're out of control. You know what I mean? So even if you want to do this, I'm like,
bro's got even the chain, man. Bro, I just noticed
you're
that.
at a level where you can't just
get by
anymore. just do it casually. You know what I mean? Like, you're not a casual drug user right now. Like, you're too addicted to this. You know, it's not like you go out like every once in a while and like get a little fucked up. It's like you're every single day have to take a lot to get and maintain
tattoos.
So I understand. I go, but even if you stop, you take a break and like you bring your tolerance down, and like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, well, I'll stop for a couple, we'll do this thing and I'll stop for a couple of days. I'm like, bro, no. You know, like, you can't stop for a couple of days. I'm like, it's gonna be like maybe a couple months, you know what I mean? Like, before you can even think about trying to like do anything like that. And I go, honestly, once you stop, you probably shouldn't do it again. You know what I mean? Because you obviously have an addictive personality.
Right.
And like, that was kind of like the talk we were having like in that bathroom. I mean, and you know, and he actually looked at me, he's like, yo, that's why you're my best friend, bro. Like, it was,
damn. Chris, you're so strong for this. Like, I don't know how you do it. I hate to get into this, but I definitely want to touch on the last day. If you could just, I know, you know, there's a lot of misconceptions out there.
Yeah.
I would love for you to clear that up. I know you were dealing with the charge last time we talked, and I mean the case.
Yeah.
I would love to hear positive updates. I'm hoping.
My case, it got dropped.
Okay,
got a good
cool.
lawyer. So
okay, cool. But yeah, I would love to, if you could break down what exactly happened.
It was just you know, the documentary, like, Leroy kind of explains it.
Right, he was on the plane.
He was with us. We were going back to Chicago for his birthday. His mom was like renting out like a go-kart track for him and stuff, like, but we were late for the plane. We were like really late for the plane, like 6 hours. Like, Pete was like, yo, they're gonna cancel it on us. Pete wasn't there. He was calling like, they're gonna cancel it on us, like, get it, you know, everybody there and stuff. Juice got really fucked up that day. I wasn't around that day. I had to run to LAX, pick up a bag that we lost in that last tour from Australia,
wow.
and just do a couple of like little errands. And then I came back and then got ready. And then, like, as you see in the documentary, like, I was just vlogging. Like, I was going to vlog our trip and just put that on my YouTube channel. And then he was home basically, you know, with a couple of other guys, but he got really, really fucked up. There was, you know, I think there was kind of some other stuff going on, argument wise within the group, within other people, you know what I mean? And I think that was starting to really stress Juice out. And Juice was very non-confrontational, you know what I mean? So when he saw other people kind of like arguing and getting mad and shit like that, like he didn't cope well with that kind of thing.
What was it about?
I don't know.
He knows he can't say it.
But I don't think yeah, I think it kind of hit him heavy, you know what I mean? And like I think with that, the rehab coming up, week of his birthday, and it was just a lot. That day I wasn't there, but a doctor came to the house because he felt like his heart was racing and stuff earlier that day. But when I came home that night, he was really fucked up. Like he definitely was drinking lean, you know what I mean? I don't know how many pills he did, you know, but he was fucked up. But we were late, you know, we did what we had to do, we got everything together, and we headed out to the airport. And then
this isn't, hold on. When I say this, this is not a shot to Chris at all. But I don't care how successful my friends will be. If I see them doing some foul shit, I'm not just gonna turn a blind eye to it. Like that's just not something I could do. And I understand, you know, that person, you know, you try to steer them the right way in the proper way, you know, not piss them off or whatever, because obviously they're not in the best state of mind. But it's just one of those things, man. Like if I ever saw my friend do it, I'm gonna try to take the pills out their hand, bro. And I guess obviously I say that now because I've seen, you know, stuff what happened with Mac Miller, stuff what happened with Juice, and you don't want that to happen. But it's just one of those things where, like, bro, I just cannot. I can't see myself allowing my friends to do something like that.
It was weird. That plane ride was weird. I actually had a bad feeling immediately.
I remember you telling me that.
And I was sitting down, and then like I was like, the pilot was acting weird, the stewardess lady was acting weird, and I just felt something off, you know? I got up to like, yo, we should leave. You know what I mean? I got up and walked to the door, and then like
crazy
to see if the cars were still there. And I'm like, because I was gonna be like, yo, let's just get the fuck off this plane right now. Like something's not right.
Wow.
And then the cars were gone. And then like I looked towards the back of the plane, and like the guy was like loading the luggage in, or like the pilot was back there at the time. They all like turned and looked at me like real weird, and it made me feel even more. But I'm like, fuck, I think we're in this. You know what I mean? Like the cars are gone. In reality, like I wish I just like said call the cars back here or something like that. You know, there's so many. Wish I did different things.
There's no telling how much hurt is behind those eyes, bro. There's no telling how much hurts behind those Gucci glasses, man.
Differently things.
There's nothing you could have done to.
So then that was it. Like we got on the plane, and we're like, the plane took off. It took a lot longer to take off. The airport was empty. It was like about to close, about to be too late for us to take off. But then like the plane pulled to like, felt like it drove to like a weird part of the runway and like sat there for a minute, and we're just sitting there. And then all of a sudden we take off. I'm like, all right, well, we're in this. We're in the air. And then everything was normal. You know what I mean? Like we were just falling asleep. Just was up. I think there's videos on Instagram. You can see him like dumping water on one of the kids, you know, one of our guys' faces, one of his friends, and just goofing off and stuff like that. And everything was fine. And once we started getting closer to Chicago and we started getting service on our phones, our security guard, Hen, texted the group chat and was basically like, cops are here and they have a dog. And then
Damn.
I got up, handled what I had to handle, and then sat down and just was like mentally preparing myself, because I'm like, I knew what was about to happen to me, you know? So
at what point did you make the decision to want to take the drugs for Juice?
I didn't take the drugs.
I mean, like, didn't you hold him for him, right?
No, another kid actually held his duffel bag that had the drugs in it.
Okay.
I took the gun.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Got you.
It was before our landing when we got service. We got that text. I just like sat there for a second, and I just stood up. I walked up to the back of the plane and got it. went to like it's in the private jets. You go through the bathroom. I shut the bathroom door, and then there's like another door, and you open it, and it's like the tail of the plane where all the luggage is, and I just put it in my bag, and that was it.
Did you know the cops were waiting for him?
Yeah, I mean we all know because it was on the group chat.
Oh.
Like we got a group chat with everybody that was there. So
was he
like,
freaking out?
no, he was chilling. So I sat down, we landed. Like I was basically just mentally preparing myself. Like I knew I had to go probably spend the night in jail.
Yo, like I want y'all to think of like how the whole industry would have changed if this never would have happened, if Juice would have got arrested. Like, sure, he would have got arrested. Juice may have been got arrested, may have been in jail for maybe a couple months, would have probably been on probation or whatever, blah 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 blah. But bro, like the whole course of everything would have changed if this night turned out into a different result.
Or whatever. So I was just like, all right,
Wow.
this is cool. I get to go to jail in Chicago. This is gonna be a first, like I wasn't excited. So I was
It's the fact they already knew, bro. Like they already accepted they fate. They already knew.
Like stressed out. And then I checked. Everybody was like, we got up. I'm like, everything's gonna be cool. We're gonna be good. You know what I mean? So, I got off the plane first, I think, and then I just kind of paced outside for a second. I could see the police inside the, because it's like a private airport. It's like a hotel lobby. You know what I mean? And it was late at night, so there was no one there. I think there was like 1 or 2 people working at the desk. You know what I mean? So I walked in. Our security guard was sitting down. There was like a couple cops there. They're like putting on their vests still. I walked right by them, and I walked into the bathroom, and I was like instantly thinking to myself, like, damn, if I took that, I probably came in here and thrown it in the trash or something like that, and not be in my bag. But I was like, whatever, it is what it is.
Right.
And then I went back and kind of sat there, and I just waited, and then they all start getting off the plane and coming in. And then, they're taking the luggage off, and they had the dogs, and they're just like, everybody just sit down. And they had the dogs searching the luggage. And then everybody thinks, there was this, I don't know, it was on TMZ or whatever, that Juice knew the cops were coming, so took a handful of pills. And that's not what happened. I'm like, Juice did drugs, yes. You know what I mean? But he didn't try to hide them, but he literally someone else held the duffel bag and had all the there'd be no possible way for anybody to eat that amount of pills and think it's gonna be okay. And he wasn't. Juice didn't want to die. He wasn't gonna kill himself. He knew he wasn't gonna get in trouble. He had people around him that were gonna take care of. You know what I mean? So we were even sitting there in the lobby, and his manager G Money walks up to him. They're both just like, we're all good. You're like, yeah, or they high five each other, don't worry, we're all good, everything's gonna be cool. And then it was within a minute or two, he just started having a seizure right there in the lobby, as they were searching the bags and stuff like that. And then that's when all the chaos broke loose. He made this weird noise. It was something I've never heard. And I was like, what the fuck is that? I didn't know, you know what I mean? A weird groaning noise or whatever. And then all of a sudden I look, and he was just on the ground. And then Allie was freaking out. Everybody was freaking out. Everybody was kind of up in arms. And then the cops kind of just grabbed us all and just handcuffed us all together, arm to arm. Everybody but Allie. Allie wouldn't let go of Juice. She grabbed him and tried to put him on his side and stuff like that. Juice did have some pills fall out of his pocket, because I said, he would just keep a couple in. So he had and there was it seemed all the cops there just didn't give a shit. Wow. They sat there very nonchalantly, and Allie's screaming to call 911. There was one female, I don't know if she was a cop. She seemed like she was in plain clothes, but I don't know what she was. But she was rushing around. What are these? Picked up the pills off the ground. What are these? And I was like, those are, the drugs. He takes them. I don't know how many he might have taken today. You know what I mean? But he takes, he's addicted or whatever. That was the lady that ran and got the Narcan and stuff like that. And as that was happening, the cops were just handcuffing us all together. But Allie, she was just on top of him, screaming, crying, and you know what I mean? We're all handcuffed together, and everybody's still freaking out, looking away, and I couldn't look away.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry y'all if I'm not commentating that much like I usually do, but like I
I
can't
didn't want to
commentate on
like
something like this.
look up and not think we were there. So, and when I looked at him in the eyes, it's like you could see that he wasn't there. But it seemed like forever before the ambulance came, and then I think they got the lady got the Narcan. They gave him Narcan. When they finally got him in the ambulance or in the stretcher, and they took him in the ambulance or whatever, and then they're like, "Whose bag is this?" You know what I mean? I'm like, "That one was mine." And then I was getting arrested, but they were like, "He's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay." I mean, I saw him and he didn't look okay, but they were like, "He's gonna be okay." And then, I mean, I didn't find out he was gone until I was in jail. Like I was just in the holding cell, and then I was like, just handcuffed to the fucking wall, and this two detectives just walked in. And they're like, literally verbatim, they're like, "We don't give a shit about anything else. We just want to know about the kid that died." And I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Who died?"
That is so heartless. Wow.
Wow, bro. Wow. I get as a police officer you're against narcotics and against drug use, but bro, this man was going through it. Wow, bro. And Chris has to live with that, dog. Y'all realize that? Chris really has to live with that for the rest of his life.
And I just kept saying, "You sure?" They kept saying, "Pretty sure." I'm like, "You're sure?" Like they're just like, "Yep, pretty sure."
Oh, wow. What did you say after that?
I don't remember. Yeah, it kind of like blurs at that moment.
Right. And then obviously the media, I'm sure, doesn't help when you're out and everyone's blowing your phone up.
Well, I mean, yeah, I still had to be in jail for another few hours,
Okay.
and then
I bet those few hours, like, could y'all imagine? I bet those few hours were like the longest hour. Like he was probably. Oh my God, Chris was going through hell. Cause y'all have to think he's so uncertain about everything. Like, is he really dead? You know, is it, bro? Oh my God, that is wow, bro.
I don't.
Chris, bro.
I just remember Hen, our security guard, going, "Sam out long, you all right?" Because I think he just heard me like screaming in the fucking cell, because he was like in the cell next to me. And then they moved us like to another cell, and then he got bailed out first. I couldn't bail myself out because I wasn't from Chicago. I mean, at one point, I remember a cop saying to me like, "Don't worry, this is just a gun charge. This is Chicago. You'll be out in a couple hours." You know what I mean? Like, it's no big deal here. And then Hen got out, and then Hen went and handled getting me out, and then I got bailed out, and then it was just like, it was now morning, and even the cop letting me out was like, "Your boy's all over the news." I was like, "What? Like, he's really dead?" Like, I still like was like denial about it,
Right.
And
Damn.
then I went, got my shit, and I just like walked out of the police station. It was like fucking freezing cold, snow on the ground. I had to like call an Uber, go back to the hotel where everybody was and shit like that. Like, it was hard.
Wow, bro. Man, hey, bro. Shout out Chris, bro. Shout out Chris Long, bro. I can, as a Juice fan, like, you hear about stuff like this and this hurts, but bro, Chris, I know this is like Chris feels that tense. I know that never leaves Chris. I know that never leaves Chris, bro. That's really, man, that really hurts, bro. Cause I can only imagine. I can really only imagine like what Chris was feeling throughout that whole time, like the uncertainty, and then seeing like text messages flow through, and then seeing on social media Juice Wrld go. Cause bro, I don't know if y'all remember, bro, that day it happened in the morning when the news broke. It woke me the fuck up. I remember I saw. I'll never forget how I figured it out when the whole news broke through. Shout out to Berleezy, but it was iBerleezy. It was a fan page that basically notified when he posted, and it says Juice Wrld gone at 21 years old. And bro, I swear to y'all, the whole time I'm thinking it's a joke. Bro, I'll never forget. I got on Instagram. It was the first thing I saw. I had to go to work today too, y'all. It was the first thing I saw, bro. And I remember sitting in my bed just shedding tears, bro. That junk hurt. I think that's one of the first artists I've ever cried over dying. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like, bro, I remember shedding tears over that. And then like it was just everything that happened with it. Like you see celebrities reacted to it. I think Young Nudie. I remember I seen Young Nudie reacted to it and like, bro, not my nigga. Like my little nigga go. Like, bro, it was one of those things that like really hit hard. And to know that somebody knew about it beforehand and then having to relive it because now the whole media is buzzing over it and now you got to hear about it all over again. Then you got to hear about people lying and telling mistruths, bro. I can only imagine. Shout out to Chris Long, bro. I'm praying for you, dog. I know that shit still burns to this day. I really hope that you can find solace, bro, because that is horrible. I can only imagine what you went through, dog. But I really hope you find solace, bro. And RIP to Juice. Shout out to DJ Vlad for the video. Gave us a really good insight of what it was like on the plane. Man, this one hurt. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you guys hit the post bell notification so you guys know when I'm posting. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video. If you want to see more live reactions and more gameplay, make sure you follow me at ayo_Brando, bro. As always, bro, get off the drugs, get off the narcotics. Do it in honor of Juice. Do it in honor of Mac if you're a Mac Miller fan. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. It's your boy Brando.